Y'all, it seems everybody is getting wheeled into court these days, and Taylor Schabusiness is one of them. She went from this to this. And we're going to talk about it in today's video.
Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey.
Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the sofa. We still got that sofa. It's still out of Hulk for now. And my name's Paul, and I'm sitting on that sofa. I'm not in Hulk, but hey, you never know. Now, if you are new to the channel, like I said, my name's Paul. If you're not new, my name is still Paul. Okay. Now, we're revisiting an older case that just keeps getting worse, I guess you could say, and that's the case of Taylor Schabusiness. She was recently in court. She was recently wheeled into court. She recently was blowing kisses. We're going to go over all the clips and talk about it and all that kind of stuff. Now, to get everybody up to speed on who's Taylor, who's the Schabusiness, okay? She sounds real serious. Well, her crimes were very serious. Taylor Schabusiness was convicted of taking the life of her, I don't even know if you would call him a boyfriend, but like a hookup, a situationship, some dude she partied with and got down to business, that kind of a thing. And his name, the victim's name, was Shad Therian. Now, she did grotesque, horrifying things to his body before, during, and after the crime she committed on him. It was really, really bad. Well, she very quickly went viral because she just kind of had this zero F's given attitude about everything. She was posing, blood on her hands for the cops. It was crazy, right? So she goes to court. It's a kind of viral trial. She's laughing, smirking, making jokes through the whole thing, and attacked her lawyer during one part. Well, she gets obviously sentenced to prison and whatnot. So while she's in prison, one day she's going to the nurse. She has to get something done. Like, I don't know what it was, but they were going to use some tweezers to get staples out of her. Maybe she had gotten in a fight. I'm not sure. So when the nurse went to go do that, she lunges at the nurse, and the sergeant kind of intervenes, and she, hits the sergeant something. So she's been charged with that. So then she's coming to court for that situation. Now you would think, oh, she'll plea out this, that, the other. Nope. She's taking it to trial. So when she's in her last court date, she then jumps up and attacks her lawyer at one point. And in fact, let's look at that clip again. We saw in the beginning, but we'll look at it here. Okay, so in that clip, you see, she does her thing. She looks to the thing. There's something about media being in there and whatnot, but it sounded like she said WrestleMania. So there's that moment. Well, you can imagine that lawyer is like, I'm not doing it. So fast forward to a couple of days ago, we're back at the new court thing where she gets wheeled in and blows kisses and has this new lawyer and all that. So that's your little 60-second overview of it. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to put the clips up, we're going to watch them together, and I'm just going to make commentary on them, and we're going to start with the entrance and blowing kisses clip. So let's get into it. So here's the thing, when they wheeled her around, and this is on the heels, or maybe I should say on the wheels, of Lori Daybell getting wheeled into court. I think it was the same day, or maybe the next day or something like that. And I'm like, what is going on, okay? But her coming in, this is what I'm talking about with her behavior. I mean, you see, she's blowing the kiss. They're popping a wheelie with her coming in there. I'm surprised they didn't have the Hannibal Lecter mask on her. But this level of like, she just doesn't care. It's just how she rolls. Let's keep going. Now that clip right there is just, some B-roll of her getting moved in, put into place. I would be so mortified getting wheeled in there like that, right? Like, how humiliating, okay? But I don't think it phases her. Now let's watch this where she talks.
Hey, how you been? How are you? I'm alright, man. Yeah. I haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, how you been? I'm good. I'm all straight.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Okay, now listening to her talk, to me, she talks like, and again, I don't know her. I'm not a doctor, not a lawyer, not a cop, not a body analyst, none of that fancy credentialed stuff. Only credentials I got is the sofa and my sass, right? So there's that. Saying all that, I don't know her, so I don't know how she normally talks, whatever, but she sounds like she's trying to be like, cool. Like, yeah, I'm straight. Haven't seen you in a minute. You know what I mean? Like that kind of a thing or whatever. Now, she also seems like she wants to be friendly at times. Like she's trying to like converse with him. She actually genuinely seemed like, oh, hey, how have you been? Kind of a thing. Like, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm feeling better, but we're going to see in a minute where she turns on a dime and gets this look on her face. I think whatever she has wrong with her, and again, I'm not a doctor or anything, but whatever she has wrong with her, whether it's, and I don't know if you call it bipolar or manic or whatever, where you can be here 1 minute, here the next second, and back down here, like all in a 5-second span, whatever. I mean, I'm being dramatic, obviously, but to me, that's what she's giving, right? So here we have her, she's talking, she's like, yeah, I'm good. Let's see what happens.
Plea and sentence, Mr. Freilich. What's the status?
Your Honor, thank you. Good morning. I can tell the court that I've talked to my client on the telephone. We've reviewed some discovery materials in this case. The case is not resolved. We'd ask that the matter be calendared for a jury trial in this case.
All right. Do you think 2 or 3 days?
For sure 2, probably 3, just to play it safe.
All right.
Okay, so you heard that. You know, he's talked to her on the phone. He's conversed with her. She ain't budging. We're going to trial, right? Maybe 2 days, maybe 3 at the most. You know how lawyers always like overdo it with the time? Like, this is going to take 8 weeks, and then rarely it does or whatever, which, I mean, I'm not faulting them for that. I would rather them do that than the other. So with this, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty clean cut. Like, probably the longest part of this will be jury selection. Who knows how she's going to show out in court, right? But one thing to notice also, as we're watching these, look at her face and this grimace, the way she's kind of morphing as we watch it. It's psychologically fascinating, but again, when you think of what she must have been like on the outside, conversing, dealing with her on a daily basis, she would be very frightening in these moments, especially hyped up on drugs, right? Let's keep going.
We'll schedule it for October 27th, 28th, and 29th.
Okay, so you hear they go back and forth. I just cut that out real quickly to kind of get to the chase of it. They settle on a court date, right, of when they're going to do it or whatever. So there's that. It's going to go to trial. Are we watching it? You might be asking, please, if they stream this, tempted to go up there. Right, but that's a far long way. Might have to send Emily. She's our moderator here, one of our wonderful moderators here. But this is in Green Bay. We'll talk to her. We might get on the ground report going on up in here. I'll come up there with her or something like that. But regardless, let's keep going and watch what happens next.
So the last time we were in court, we were scheduled for a preliminary hearing. At the preliminary hearing, there was an outburst by Ms. Schabusiness. At that point, she was tackled to the floor and she was removed from court. And then we proceeded with the preliminary hearing. At that point, I found that Ms. Schabusiness had waived her right to be personally present at that court date. And so a preliminary hearing was held. She was bound over and then bound over to this court. An arraignment was held, and we're here today scheduling. I bring this up only to point out, I think I have a duty to Ms. Schabusiness to warn her that any future outbursts like that could prevent her from being personally present even at the trial.
You heard all that. He's bringing this up. Now, what I want to say here real quick is it's so funny to me to see judges like this. Like, obviously, this is, you know, a very serious profession and all this, trying to fumble over the name, the Miss Schabusiness, right? And it's just like, I just can't with that last name, right? But you heard him saying like, yeah, we're not going to be doing that, right? If ever there was a person that was going to get the shock belt, I know we make jokes about it with Lori and stuff like that. I really don't see her doing something to make them do that. But Schabusiness, please. I'm surprised they haven't used it on it. Maybe they have laws in Michigan where they can't use the shock belt. I don't know. But now, here's the main thing I want to say. As we watch the next clip, look at her face and how it has turned so angry. Now, I think she already has resting bee face already, but there's like a scowl to where even when she looks at her lawyer, I'm like, she's giving that look. And he's a brave man, because what we're going to get into him talking about and requesting, I was like, oh, whoa. Okay, so let's watch.
I just want to make sure that she's aware of that. She's here today. Everything's fine. But moving forward, I just want to make sure that she's aware of that. You understand that, Mr. Freilich?
I understand that, Your Honor. Understood.
Okay.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Today, my client is in a chair with wheels.
Okay, so pause real quick. Pretend that you're the lawyer, her lawyer. Okay, so he's getting ready to talk, trying to help her out. She's like, I mean, it's like she's turned in, like feral. That is the word that comes to my mind with her, is feral. She is instantly turned as like looking at him like, now again, he's had history with her. He's dealt with her. He's represented her. He might have a better vibe with her and be like, you know what? I know Schabusiness. I know how to work with her. I know how to deal with her. I'm all good. I can handle my own if she wants to pop off, right? But let's keep going.
Her legs are strapped, her waist is strapped, and she's got handcuffs on. I would ask respectfully to the court, at future hearings, I'd ask that she not be shackled. I have a relationship with her. I've represented her before. I think we have a good relationship, and I'd ask that you consider my request for her not to be shackled during the trial or any future proceedings.
That part where he was like, I would, respectfully request. I was thinking he was going to say, to put her on the other side of the damn room, to get her over there, to put a spit mask or something. But you saw that look that she gave when she turned and looked at him. She is scowling. She is clearly strapped down, right? But she can spit, she can flail, she can kind of do whatever. She can make a scene still on the chair. But him sitting there doing that, number one, I think he had to kind of show some, like he's on her side. And I think too, as a defense lawyer, you're wanting to do that. And the judge will address this because, imagine you're a trial and they will you in that number right there. Honestly, y'all, can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. It's like, just go straight past the podium and just take them on down to prison booking. Okay, don't waste this jury's time because you already know what the damn verdict's going to be. It could be for jaywalking with no video evidence, no ticket citation, guilty. When you are coming into court, or whoever the defendant, whatever, dressed out, which that would be different, shackled up, all this kind of stuff, it does create a perception. And I know that a lot of these people were like, yeah, they are so guilty. But at the end of the day, it's still, everyone needs to have their best shot. You know what I mean? And again, I think like stuff like this plays, she could come in there dressed to the nines and all that. I think the evidence, all this stuff is recorded, okay? She might be catching charges against the other lawyer. But again, also, I'm kind of going on a sidebar. Also, it's something to do, right? I would think I would like to pick up a different hobby, but clearly she's a very angry woman, very angry woman. And so this is just kind of what she does. I imagine she's kind of considered like a bad blank, in prison. I don't know another word for it, but like watch out. She'll get you, whatever. I don't know. I know that sounds stupid. Anyways, let's keep going.
I guess I'm not going to take a position on that right now. Obviously at the trial, there's going to have to be some type of, we're going to have to address it. Maybe we should address it. Maybe we should schedule a motion hearing or something before then,
okay,
to address that issue. I think, obviously she has a right to be in civilian clothes and those type things. I'm sure you're gonna ask for that. And
yes, I will.
So this is the part, to give her a fair trial. This is where I too am like, yeah, what are you gonna do? You can't shoot. She has proven she cannot just be in the courtroom. She cannot just be shackled in the courtroom. Like, she's going to need that shock belt or whatever Michigan's version of that is, right? Because she's proven that. I would question what she would have done just now. The look on her face, and maybe I don't know. Let's get through it.
Yeah. Hi. Go ahead. Yep. See ya.
So that was it. You heard her talk one last time. They're like, yeah, whatever. I think she tries to be friendly. I think she hates authority. I think she hates being told what to do. Nobody, whether you deserved it or not, is going to like being in that chair in that situation. And so especially someone like her, who maybe she doesn't feel like she's done anything wrong. Maybe her attitude is, I don't care. I want to cause as much ruckus as I can. I don't know, right? But like I said, we're going to see what happens. We're going to follow up with the hearing. If they stream this, we'll definitely watch it. If we can't do it live, we watch it because please. I don't know if this would get that much traction, but, we'll see. It's going to be in October. And you know how these things go all the time where they can put it off or whatever. She would be another person who I'd be interested to go to the courthouse, see what her energy is like in person. Clearly wouldn't want to run into her on the streets or anything, but in this controlled environment. But we shall see. So anyways, that's it for today. If you're still watching, I greatly appreciate it. If you could drop some little sofas off down in the comment section for Rosco in spirit, Bo and Luke, myself, and you, the rest of the Sofa Squad. That way we'll have a place to sit, hang out, talk about this case and all the other cases we talk about here at the Sofa Squad. And until we walk on down to the comment section to do that, I'll see y'all soon.
I just wanted to say thank you again for watching the whole video, and also thank you for being part of the Sofa Squad. Special thanks to all the Patreon members, channel members from both of my channels, everybody who likes, shares, subscribes, comments in the comment sections. It helps the channel out so much. Now, don't forget, I do have that other channel, the podcast channel. That's where we go live, we hang out, we talk. We have kind of sort of a schedule, but just be sure and check it out. I'll put it up here on the screen. And then, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to follow me and Rosco on the Instagram, go on, check it out. It's right here on the screen again. But once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being part of the Sofa Squad, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey, welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.